a time or two.
Yeah, Juwan is, he's coming along really well right now. He fought through some injury, last year, back in the summertime, really. So he's really coming into his own. I mean, I like where he's at. He's got experience. He's played it. And yesterday he had a great day. He had a pick. So he's doing some good things right now. Very excited about his progression, where he's at.
Is he somebody that you feel like sort of a player coach? I mean, he can help in that aspect, that he has been here much longer than some of the other guys who are rotating at that position?
Yeah, no doubt about it. Him and Jared Barber, Tonk, those guys have all been around and have played. So, we count on Juwan for a lot of stuff right now.
How about what you've seen from Shaq Petaway since he's come back from his injury?
Shaq's doing well. He's lost some weight, looks good. He's running around. So, like where he's at right now. The biggest problem we have right now is we're repping about 17 linebackers. So, everybody's reps are kind of cut right now, and just kind of sort it out and see where we're going to be in a week or two.
Are there any guys who, because of that problem that you have, you are considering position changes, anything like that?
Nah, we're way too early in camp for that right now. We're 2 days in without pads on, so everybody looks good at this point. They're going to start weeding themselves out today, tomorrow, and the next day when we start hitting and doing some live stuff.
You would have loved to have had that problem last year.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think last year, what did we finish with, 6 or 7? And now we have, like I said, we brought 18 to camp. So our numbers are really good right now with backer. And, really defensively everywhere. I mean, feel really good about it. We've got a lot of depth right now. We got guys that are, hopefully going to step up and up their game.
One of the changes with that is, maybe not moving as many guys around. You had to, especially a guy like Isaiah, really move him around at a bunch of different spots. I think primarily spur, but I talked to him yesterday. He said that wasn't really his natural spot. He likes being inside. How much can that affect a guy like him, and how much did that impact him last season, having to move around as much as he did?
Well, it impacted him a lot, and not only because of, moving position, but it was different coaching. He had to go in a room full of DBs when he was a Spur and get different coaching than it was in a room full of linebackers. So, it was a little different. He bounced from my room to Coach Patterson's room and, back and forth. And I think in the long run it hurt us more than it really helped us. It hurt him, and any time that you make that many moves and you're just trying to plug stuff and do all that, it hurts everything. So, but that was last year. We're ready to move on. We're not changing guys. We may play a guy to Sam linebacker or Will linebacker, but we're not going to have him at safety and linebacker. We've got too much depth right now for that, and feel that we have some guys that have stepped up and played in games that we don't need to do it.
Speaking of depth, you get a guy, big recruiting get when Drayvon Henry signed with the Mountaineers, but right now running with the ones, and I know it's early to tell whether he'll stick there, especially when KJ comes back and all that, but what kind of excitement do you have about him to see what he's been able to do right out the gate?
Well, there's a lot of guys that want to be good, and then there's a lot of guys that work and act like players and do things like real players, and I think right now after 2 days he's one of those guys. Now, obviously that could change in a hurry tomorrow or the next day or the next day again. We go live, and it's easy in shorts. But let's see where he's at when we put it all together. And but right now, I really like where he's at. I like him from a mental standpoint. Obviously, physically, he's physically very gifted.
Sticking with the safeties, Jeremy Tyler, a guy who gets that start in the last game of the season, and he said it really helped his confidence going into the offseason. You got to work with him every day last year. What do you know about him? Do you feel like he can build on that?
Yeah, Jeremy's he's a smart young man, very athletic. Jeremy's physical, and again, that's another guy like you just said. He got the start. He's played in games. He did some things. So we're just gonna let it all sort out. We got some great battles going on right now. And with KJ, like you said, out. We got guys, Dayron Wilson, Colin Christian. Those guys.